Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I am Jamshed Hamid, and today we will be talking about presuppositions. So, presupposition is something that the speaker assumes to be the case prior to making an utterance. It is the information that the speaker assumes to be already known to the listeners. For example, in this sentence that Sarah's brother Tom ate 3 chocolate bars. So, in this sentence, we can presuppose that there is a girl named as Sarah. She has a brother, and her brother name is Tom, and that he likes sweets. So, all these presuppositions are taken from one statement that are assumed by the speaker that the listeners already know. And there are different types of the presuppositions. There are 6 types of presupposition. The first one is the existential presupposition. This presupposition indicates the existence of something by not only the possessive constructions but also the noun phrase. For example, in the sentence that the boy next door has a new car. This statement presupposes that there is a boy next door and he exists. Like in other sentence that the lady with the blue shirt has an iPhone. This presupposes that there is an existence of a lady who wears a blue shirt. The second type of the presuppositions is the factive presuppositions. The factive presupposition assumes something that is true, that is real, and they are followed by the verbs like regret, know, be aware, realize. For example, in the sentence that I regret leaving the party. In this sentence, after the verb regret, there is a statement said which is presupposed to be true that I left the party. And in other sentence like I realize that he is ill, which means that he is ill, which is a fact and which is presupposed after the verb realize. Similarly, there is a third type of presupposition, the lexical presupposition. In this presupposition, by using one word, the speaker can act as some other meaning can also be understood. For example, Mary stopped skating at weekends. In this sentence, we can presuppose that Mary used to skate at weekends. So, the information given after the verb stopped skating at weekends, this information indicates that this action or this presupposition shows that something that was going for a long time before until and unless it was stopped, so it also presupposes. And in other sentence like Ali stopped or Ali quit smoking, that also presupposes that the smoking was an action, the information that he was smoking, it is stopped now but it was done thoroughly in the past. And then there are the structures that treats the information as presupposed and they are accepted by the listener. For example, the WH structures, why, when, where, who. If I ask someone that when did she die, this also presupposes that she died. That is necessarily true that she died. A part of the question part, if we pardon it for a while, that when did she die, we have a presupposition after the question part that she died. Like who discovered the America? A part of giving the answer that Columbus discovered the America, we know that someone has discovered the America or America is discovered. So these are kind of the WH structures. They are called the structural presupposition, which presupposes with the help of these structures a given information. The fifth type that we have of the presupposition is the non-factive presupposition. This kind of presupposition is associated with something that is not true. They are followed by the verbs like dreamed, like pretended, like imagined. For example, I dreamed that I was famous, which presupposes that I was not famous. I imagined that I was in America or USA or London or UK. That presupposes that I am not in these areas. Or I pretend that if I was rich. So, such kind of presuppositions where there is a statement that is not true stated with followed by the verbs like dream, pretend and imagine, they are called the non-factive presupposition. And the last one, the sixth type of the presupposition is the counterfactual presupposition. Counterfactual presupposition assumes something that is not only untrue, but they are also contrary to the reality or contrary to the fact. For example, if you were happy, you would have smiled. The part of if negates or gives the information that the something that he has stated is not true but also contrary to the fact that he has stated, means that you are not happy. Generally, in this type of the counterfactual presupposition, there are the conditional sentences if, and then there is a statement, and that statement is contrary. So, if I say that if the doctor had arrived on time, the patient would not have died, which gives a presupposition that the doctor has not arrived on time, and the end result or the effect, we have nothing to do with that the patient had died, that is a fact. But here, if portion of this statement presupposes that something that is contrary to the fact that he has not arrived on time, that you are not happy and you are not rich, for example, these kinds of things, they are called the counterfactual presupposition. So these types of the presupposition are assumed by the speaker that he knows that already the listeners are aware of that. So they are used in various discourses. So that's all about the presupposition, I guess. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.